This is a professional silk press on a natural hair. Let's get into this 90s vibe blowout silk press. I'm Marlena. I'm a licensed master cosmetologist, and on this channel, I teach you how you can do your hair yourself at home. Let's get into it. I'm starting out on freshly washed hair. I use my towel hack to stretch my hair while rinsing out the conditioner. If you haven't seen that, please check out my other video. I will link it for you. It reduces the amount of heat that I need later with the flat iron. So I'm starting out layering my leave-in products. I'm starting out using the Amika Forget Frizz. This is a great leave-in product, and I am just making sure that I'm getting it saturated in my hair from mid-shaft to ends. You always want to focus mid-shaft to ends. I'm going to go in with the acidic bonding concentrate. It is a serum, just like a bond repair serum by Redken. I really like it. And then my little concoction, I like to always seal with a lightweight oil. I made this oil and I'm checking it out, and I kind of like it. So I'm gonna see. We'll see. So I'm going to start out by sectioning my hair, and I'm detangling my hair. To properly detangle your hair, you always want to start vertical and then go horizontal. Vertical detangles and horizontal smoothens. I'm going in with the blow dryer, and I am pre-drying my hair. Okay, this step is so important. You have to hold your hair tautly and make sure that you are pre-drying your hair. I have my blow dryer on high heat and high airflow, and then I go through with the comb attachment afterwards to get it nice and smooth, to get my roots. So the reason why I like to dry my hair this way is because when you are holding your hair tautly and blow drying your hair, you're pre-drying your hair to about 80 to 90% dry. And when you do this, you're using indirect heat. It's similar to sitting under a hooded dryer, right? And when you're using rollers, the rollers are tension rollers, and that's what stretches your hair. But using my method by holding your hair tautly, your hand is kind of like the roller, okay? It's what's creating the tension to keep it nice and straight. And then when you go in with the comb attachment is basically direct heat, okay? So it is heat directly touching your hair, but you're using less direct heat, okay? It is far less than just you using the comb attachment throughout your whole head the entire time. By pre-drying your hair, you are saving a lot of damage by using that indirect heat, and then just minimally using direct heat on the tail end. I hope that makes sense for you. The drying process is definitely a key step in having a good silk press, okay? You want to make sure that your hair is dry and you have a good foundation to work on so you can use less heat later. So you want to make sure that the cortex of your hair is getting dry. And I'm going to show you how I make sure that the inside of my hair is dry as well, because I've been having a lot of ladies saying that they're still experiencing a lot of frizz or puffiness, and there's a key step that you can add to your routine that'll ensure that your hair is dry all the way through and through, so you can achieve a high quality silk press. So here's the step that you can implement to get a smooth silk press. Use a bristle and nylon brush and just wrap your hair using a 2B wrap, and use a dryer, okay? Use a hooded dryer, or you can use one of these little contraptions that you just add to the end of your blow dryer. And I put it on medium heat because medium heat on here on your head is really kind of like high heat. It can get a little toasty in there. So I do it on medium heat and medium speed. And for about 5 minutes, I just let this make sure that my hair gets all the way dry. If some of you ladies have gone to the hair salon and you may have had a stylist that blow dried your hair and then they put you under the dryer, it's kind of the same thing. There's some stylists that make sure that your hair is thoroughly dried with the blow dryer, and then sometimes they just make sure that it's completely dry by allowing you to sit under the dryer. So, you know, sometimes it's not just to kill time or to work on another client. It really does serve a purpose. And it just allows the cortex of your hair is thoroughly dried, which is very important in these summer months that is among us. And it already looks good. I know some people's silk presses be looking like that. I'm going in with the Amika Anti-Shield humidity spray, and I'm just sectioning my hair. I am carving out the crown section because I'm going to be just doing this style a little bit differently. I kind of want it to be kind of like a flowy bang look, the way that you saw it in the intro. And then I just sectioned the back into two, and now I'm working on flat ironing my hair. So I always start with my roots. I start with the roots with my 3/10 of an inch ceramic flat iron. These are my H2 Pro flat irons. And then I go through the ends with the 1 inch. And I love ceramic irons, okay? I know if you are not new here, then you know that I love me some ceramic irons over titanium. I have my reasons. I have a video and I will link it as to why I do, but I just do, okay? So I always, when I do my roots, I go over about 2 to 3 passes because your roots are newer, right? They need a little bit more love. And then I just do 1 pass towards the ends using my 1 inch iron. Ladies, this was late in the day for me on a Friday of me doing my hair. And so y'all, I was rushing, I was tired, but I'm like, you know what? I want to pour into myself. I had a long week. It is towards the last week of school, and my son is in 5th grade, and there were so many 5th grade activities. I swear, nowadays they treat 5th graders like it's 12th grade. Okay, there's award ceremonies, basically like graduations without graduations, but they get full-blown plaques. Okay, they have their senior or 5th grade field trips. So many activities, and it was a lot this week, which I am just so excited that my son is going into middle school. I cannot believe it. But it was a long filled week of pouring into him and being there for him, and I needed to pour into myself. I'm like, you know what, let me pour into myself today, okay? I hope this is a sign for you to pour into yourself, because I know you ladies have been pouring into others, okay? And come on, we cannot pour from an empty cup, so let's fill it on up. I'm going in with the Kenra Dry Oil Control Spray, and I did resection my hair in those same sections before I start to curl my hair. And I take about 2-inch sections to curl my hair. And I'm using the T3 curling iron. It's a ceramic curling iron, and I'm using the largest barrel, and that is 1.5 inch. And I'm just kind of curling under. Typically when I do curls, I'm curling away from my face, but I'm kind of more so focusing as curling under because I want to create some body and some movement, not necessarily a curl. When I'm doing these types of curls, I like to make sure that I'm sliding the curl out of the barrel and then just pinning them. You want to make sure that you pin your curls so they can set, okay? It's almost like when you're baking a cake, you don't just take it out of the oven and start biting into it, right? No. So we will not be combing right through our curls. We're going to let it sit. Gotta let it set. You gotta let it set. Now, some curls, you do not have to like pin them. Like there's a lot of times I curl my hair and I don't pin them, but I don't touch them. I still let them set even if I don't pin them, because you want it to cool down before you comb them and manipulate them. This side is complete. I'm going to go ahead and do the same exact thing on the other side. So when you get to the front piece, you want to curl these going back and have them pinning kind of sticking up as well. And make sure that they set. Also, ladies, if you want to see how I achieve these face framing layers, I do have a video on that. I did end up cutting my hair at the ends of it after that, but you can still achieve the same look. Okay, so for this front piece, I'm using a self-stick roller, and I love these rollers. Okay, it's not the Velcro ones. Please steer clear and away from the Velcro ones because they will pull out your hair. I've seen it happen time and time again, so we ain't gonna take that risk, and we're gonna get these self-sticking rollers. They just have like these little spikes on them that allows your hairs to stay on them without pulling your hair out the way Velcro rollers do. I'll have everything that I used a link for you in the description below. Here we are, ladies. What do we think? It looks so good, and I haven't even ran my fingers through it. Now I'm gonna run my fingers through it, and it's giving 90s. Can we bring the 90s back? I was a baby and a child in the 90s, but I kind of wish I was an adult in the 90s. It was just such a vibe, and that's why, you know, 90s vibes are coming back. So yes, what are we thinking, ladies? I love my hair like this. It looks so good. Nice, bouncy, flowy, and beautiful. And before you go, sis, I want to remind you, self-care is deeper than hair, okay? Taking time for yourself is not vanity, it's stewardship. God gave you one body, one mind, one life, one head of hair, okay, to care for. Sometimes slowing down, washing your hair, doing your silk press, getting dressed, lighting a candle, resting, okay, these small moments are healing too. Don't feel guilty for pouring back into yourself, okay? You cannot love others unless you love yourself, okay? You deserve this softness. You deserve peace, and you do not have to earn rest, okay? Give it to yourself. Relax, relate, and releases, in the words of Whitley Gilbert. I hope that this video inspired you to do your hair yourself. If you like this content, please consider liking, sharing, hyping me, okay, and subscribing. I would love to have you here, sis. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.